Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of my adventures in Minecraft. It's been a pretty long time since I've made an episode, for me at least. I don't know how long it's been for you guys. I'm trying to find the rest of my stone. I don't remember where I put it. There it is. Okay, so we got some cool things to do today. Need a second bucket. Yeah, I've done a good amount of progress since last episode. I'll go ahead and run you through that. I've been gathering a bunch of logs over here. This is just mainly from while I'm watching videos or something, doing something that I kind of need something almost like mind dulling or like kind of something that like doesn't require me to think very much. So I pretty much just come out here and chop down trees. You can see I have, if we go back here actually, I have a lot more. Pretty much I have trees planted everywhere and they're pretty much just growing and I chop them down as I'm watching videos and just store the logs. And it's actually like really good because I'm ending up with a lot of extra logs and I really don't need them right now, but I imagine I will one day, so it's actually helpful to go ahead and get them. So in here, we built this last episode. I have gotten a lot of progress on this. This is the staircase, and here we are. This is it. Almost. We're getting there. Making a lot of progress. I'm still working on turning the ceiling into cobble as well. That's destroying my pickaxe. I brought my really good pickaxe out here, my working pick, and I've been using that, but it's getting kind of close to breaking, so I'm trying not to use it very much. I put coal in all these already. I went ahead and loaded them up, and this is what I was using all the logs for. There's exactly 100 double chests in here, so pretty much 200 single chests, and each single chest takes 8 planks or 2 logs. You're looking at about 400 logs in total for this place. So it took a lot. Down here, I still need to put in the bookshelves and everything, which I'll do that this episode. And back here, um, we need to put in the what's it called? The brewing station. So we're gonna do that this episode. And then we have this. I never actually showed you guys this because I built this in my creative world pretty recently actually because I kind of had the idea this was just a blank wall. So I'm like, I could really use something here. And I also wanted to have like another staircase somewhere in here leading to like maybe a mob farm or a tree farm. I definitely want a tree farm. So I needed a staircase. And then I thought, well, we have a blank wall right here. And so I pretty much just modified it. So if you look right here, these upside down stairs actually lead to this part right here. So they actually play a pretty big role in the actual staircase itself, which is pretty cool. I've gotten a lot of things worked out here so they flow pretty well. I still haven't finished the staircase. It's the same layout as the one up there, so that's pretty nice, keeping it all the same. But we do need to do this room, so that's what we're going to be working on today. I'm hoping this will be good. I don't have the blaze rods yet to actually make the brewing stands, but I'll be going to the nether hopefully soon to get those, because I know I'm going to need them. So, I didn't bring any logs with me. How stupid can I be? Guess we'll be heading back for that, because I do need, I think it's 4 double chests, so like 8 single chests, so I'm going to need a decent amount of logs for that. We can go ahead and go to sleep. Boom. So, yeah. Anyway, I kind of wanted to talk about my vacation because I still have to make the slideshow video. I have not begun work on that yet. Which I'll probably be working on that this week, hopefully. And I can hopefully get that out soon. But, yeah, my vacation. I didn't really talk about it very much. But I kind of briefly went over it. I didn't really, in depth how I kind of wanted to. So, pretty much went to Cancun, Mexico. It was very, very different because the culture there completely different from America. Like something I realized is America, it's all about fast and cheap. You go to 90% of the restaurants, they're guaranteeing, they're trying to make it so your food comes out really fast. Everything's the cheapest prices you can find. And in Mexico, it's the opposite. Everything is made very slowly. Like, we did some research, and for them, being late isn't as big of a deal as it is in America to them. So, like, for them, arriving late at their job isn't a huge deal like it is here. And the reason for that is actually pretty simple. Because for them, they're way, way more patient than us. We are very, very impatient people. I'm talking about the US people, not anybody else, because I honestly don't have any room to speak for them because I don't know what they're like. Only countries I've been to are America and Mexico, which I know it is kind of like a tourism type area, so it's not like the full-blown Mexico City or anything. But you do get a good idea of what it's actually like there for them and like how they actually live. It's very different. But at the same time, I think it was a really good experience. I just realized I had 20 of those already made. But I think it was really good. It was really good to see how they live. But like, we went to one Mexican restaurant, and it was kind of like the tourism type area. You know, they focused mainly on selling their food to tourists. That was kind of their main thing. But something that I realized, like, their food, there was one meal they had. I don't really know how to describe it. Let's see if I can figure this out. It was like, let's see. It's like you took a fillet of meat, you had cheese over it, and the meat was stuffed. I'm kind of moving around like this, trying to show you. So yeah, the meat was it was like stuffed, and I'm gonna put glowstone back there actually. And I keep like stuttering almost. Okay, listen to this. That's the glitch that I was talking about last episode, I think. It makes it like you're breaking a block. Pretty funny. And need some half slabs. And it had spinach on it, which I'm honestly not a big fan of spinach, but on it, I liked it. And then it had these little potato wedges things. They were like pretty small, just like pieces of potatoes that were deep fried. And pretty much you had to take a bite of the entire thing. Like, you had to combine everything into one bite, otherwise it wasn't as good. But it rivals for the best food I've ever had. So it was really awesome. And the thing is, like, in their country, for the waiter to walk up to you and hand you the check, it's considered rude because they're being pushy. Which makes sense, you know, they're kind of being like, okay, you ate, now get out. That's kind of what, like, they believe it's kind of representing. And I came over here for glowstone. Okay. And so pretty much you have to ask for the check anywhere you are. So if, like, I remember, I think the first 2 nights that we went to some restaurants, we didn't know this. So like when we went, we'd sit there for 30, 45 minutes waiting. It's just like waiting for the check and nothing. And you ask them for it and they'll be like, oh yeah. And I forgot the word of how you say it. But yeah. I also learned a very important life lesson while on vacation there. Boom. And that is, just because you think you're not going to use something now doesn't mean that you won't ever use it. And pretty much how this applies is, I took Spanish. Let's make sure that's right. I took Spanish what's up with the lag? Okay, we're good. Oh yeah, I forgot those. But yeah, it's pretty right. Oh, upside down stairs. We put wood back there. I might switch it out for wood. Okay, so talking about, I forgot what I was talking about. Dang it. Oh well. Moving on. So yeah, pretty much in a GIF, it's very, very different. The way they live, I love the idea, but like any restaurant you went to, for the most part, every single one was always very energetic. Like you see the waiters, they're not so uptight and like it's not like waiters here where they'll just be like they don't work. They work and they don't care if they sound happy or if they sound very mellow. They work to make money to go out and buy something. Where like that's how we work in America. And like there, it looks like they work for a living. Like obviously, I know they're trying to make money. That's the whole point of them working there. But it's very very different because they like live their job. It's not like here where you get a job not because it's mainly because you want money, and that's the mentality you have as you work, that I need money. That's the whole reason. That's your whole motivation of going to work, is getting paid. Like the waiters that we had a blast. Like they were loving it. You could tell. Like it wasn't an act. They like in some of the restaurants, like they'd be working, and a song would start playing, and it'd be like a Mexican song, like a very popular Mexican song, and they would all get up and start dancing. Like they would drop everything they're doing and start dancing. They'd take some of the people eating there, and they'd start dancing with them. I mean, it was just very, very cool, pretty much. Very cool. It makes America look extremely boring, because like they were just enjoying it all the way, and yeah, it's very different, but very good at the same time. It was a good experience, and yeah, that's pretty much all I kind of wanted to cover. I just kind of wanted to give a little bit more in-depth talk about my trip, because I really didn't discuss it last episode. I was mainly just trying to get back into it. And yeah. So, anyway, there's this new game that I've seen. Apparently, it's been in development for a while. It is called Cube World. And it's almost like one of the knockoffs from Minecraft. The whole Terraria, or Terraria, however you want to pronounce it. It's kind of like one of those, but it's not really like as closely related to Minecraft, so it's not like it's considered a huge ripoff from the game. Pretty much, it takes Minecraft, and you still get the whole randomly generated terrain. It's never ending, but the blocks are very different. It almost looks like, it reminds me of the shaders mod. If you guys know what that looks like, it's very, very nice. I took some screenshots of my world, and I used them, I think, episode before last, and it looks really nice. But yeah, it looks like that. The blocks are kind of smaller, and you're almost like this cartoon character, and you're running around. You have like a hang glider and stuff. You kill mobs. Like the AI for the mob killing is a lot better than Minecraft. It's not just like swing a sword. But it's more focused on adventuring and stuff like that. So it's not. I don't like. There's always been this worry in my mind of how is Minecraft gonna crash. And it's always been like, it's not if Minecraft is going to fall in popularity. It's always been just win, and people have known that going into the game. So it's never been one of those things where like we don't know if Minecraft is going to like end in popularity. It's always been kind of an accepted thing. One day Minecraft won't be as popular as it is now. People will kind of be like, well, the game's moving on. Need to move on from the game. And I've always kind of dreaded it, but at the same time, I've wondered how is it going to happen. And seeing this game come out, I'm thinking, oh no, this is it. This is it for the game. It's done. That's it for the game. Nobody's going to play Minecraft once this game comes out. That was kind of almost my worry. And now, looking at it, I kind of watched some videos on it, and I kind of I got an idea of what the game is, and I figured out that's not really the case. The thing that I think about Minecraft, like what's going to happen to the game, is I think it's going to crash once Mojang stops updating it. So like once they stop adding new features and stuff, and once the game kind of like dies down in popularity, and it pretty much just becomes very stale. You know, everything to the game is very stagnant. Nothing's changing, evolving. So pretty much, progress is just going to halt, and then people are just going to feel, the game is too repetitive, and they'll just quit. Or they won't quit, but, they'll still kind of log on and walk around for 30 minutes and leave. They don't want to give up the game, but, they don't feel motivated to play. I think if that moment ever happens, then there's a risk that Minecraft could be pretty much overthrown in a way. Is that all the leather I brought? Are you serious? Wow, I'm stupid. Okay, so I guess we're making a trip back. But the thing is, if that ever does happen, I think the only thing that has to happen. Whoa, 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 whoa. Now, how the heck did that happen? I'm thinking one night he went through the portal and has just been hanging out here ever since. That's weird. But pretty much I think if Minecraft ever hits that moment where there's no progress on it, people are saying the game is boring, we need something new, and then a game like Cube World comes out, it'll kick Minecraft to the curb, in my opinion. I think with Mojang still updating Minecraft, it's keeping the players entertained. It's keeping them from just going, this game's losing all hype. There's no fun in playing it anymore. I'm done. It's like, see, for me, I'm still enjoying it because, like, for instance, we have the horses now. We have so much more to enjoy than just, the basic Minecraft, because they're constantly adding new things, new blocks. I mean, not constantly, but, we are getting new content slowly but surely. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. So I think that's the one thing that's keeping Minecraft alive, because the game itself is pretty simple. It's almost like Legos in a game. It's almost like survival Legos. Now, obviously, you have stuff like redstone and whatnot to kind of like support that, but at the same time, it's kind of, I don't know. There's a lot of stuff that they're talking about, like adventuring and whatnot. Alright, I'm actually just going to bring everything just in case. So, yeah, the game can get kind of boring. I think the issue is, I've been playing Minecraft, I figured out, for about 2.5 years now. How are we doing on eggs? I'm not over here enough for them to lay any. But the thing is, Minecraft, it's pretty much stayed the same concept for the 2.5 years that I played, because I started in late alpha. Thanksgiving, actually. 2.5 years ago. And the game, it's pretty much been the same, There's not been this huge change, other than like something like 1.8 that changed the lighting system and stuff like that. It's been the same game, just with a little change here and there that makes the game, in my opinion, better. So, I think, yeah, once again, I think that's the one thing keeping it alive from people just quitting out of boredom. I mean, people still do, people still complain there's nothing to do in Minecraft, and, it's becoming boring. And I mean, that's to be expected, people are going to do that anyway. But the thing is, looking back on it, I haven't played any game for near as long as I played Minecraft, because, if I play whatever it is, any game that I play, it's always, a game where you follow a story mode, and you beat the game, and then you quit it. And that's something that I love about Minecraft, is there's no story mode. It's just play the game, Like I saw some forum posts about people saying Minecraft needs like almost like a backstory, explaining how you got there and stuff. And a lot of people replied saying, no, it doesn't. That's going to ruin the game. And I agree with him. I agree with him 100%. If you add something like that's going to explain like how you got there in the Minecraft world, it's kind of going to take away that you can do whatever. Like if there's a story mode that you follow and like there's an official beating the game, like obviously there's the beating the Ender Dragon, but there's nothing that's like, hey, you beat the game, now there's nothing for you to do. You know, there's always been that. Like there's never an official win in Minecraft. Like you don't ever feel like, alright, I've beaten the game, now what? Which I think is cool. I've always loved that about it. You know, it's always been very exciting no matter what. So yeah, kind of a weird topic exchange. Went from talking about Mexico to updates. So yeah, very, very weird. Anyway, we're rolling pretty long here. We're at 27 minutes so far. I'm trying to keep these episodes not over 30 minutes because my internet simply just can't handle it. Like, there's honestly no hope for my internet. We've complained and complained. Apparently, our internet company is under investigation for fraud, and it's just like one thing after another. The thing is, they've kind of monopolized the whole situation, so pretty much there is, like, you can complain and you can threaten and say, I'm going to, you know, cancel my internet payments to you guys if you don't improve it, and they're pretty much just going to laugh at you because they're the only provider around. It's not like you can go to somebody else, because if you could go to somebody else, you would have already. You know, it's because you can't that, you know, you don't. Good enough. I'll do that one. Actually, I can do it right now, and then we'll wrap it up. So, yeah. I got a few questions about what's going to happen to the online server, and I replied to him saying that, you know, we've had some technical difficulties, and that's true, but very recently, I don't know when, I checked, and the server's up. I made one too many. And I don't know when that happened, but it is back up. So that's exciting. I'm going to talk to some of the people because we are thinking about a server reset or a map reset. And I know some people aren't huge fans of map resets. I know several popular servers are going through them right now, though. I know the Hermitcraft went through one sometime, I think last week or the week before. Sometime they went through a map reset, and they did the Minecraft 2.0 thing, and they're just starting on that. And then I know Minecraft is also going through one very soon. I think I'm in the 1.6 pre-release. I think they're going to switch once the official 1.6 comes out. So I'm not sure if it might be a really good time to switch, but at the same time it might not be, because a lot of people, there's been discussion about 1.7 is going to contain terrain generation updates. So it might be valuable to wait until some of the snapshots come out for that to switch. I'm not really sure. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this episode, though. I guess we can go ahead and take a snapshot of this. Boom. Even though there's no brewing stands here, we got everything else though, so I can add the brewing stands in later, which I will. But yeah, we're rolling just over 30 minutes, about to hit 31, which is pretty good timing. So I guess I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up here. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. If you have any suggestions, leave them in the comments. I'm always open to ideas. Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. I'm really ready to start making videos. I worked on this for a while and forgot to time-lapse it, so yeah, we're going to do some more stuff on camera besides this. So anyway, hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time.